Hi everybody, just got back from the comic shop today, and usually I go to the comic shop like once a month. I just went last week. I had to go back this week because it was kind of a big occasion. If you haven't known, today was the day of issue 100 of The Walking Dead. This is actually a really important issue for the fact that it's a indie self-creator comic that reached 100 issues, and that's impressive. 12 issues a year, that's how many years The Walking Dead has been out. Everybody thinks it's new because the TV show came out a couple years ago. Walking Dead has been out for a decade, over a decade. Robert Kirkman, the same artist, besides the artist who did the first 6 issues, has been on this book the whole time. I'm a huge fan of The Walking Dead comic books as well as the series. And unlike Joe Torero, I don't wait for the compendium to come out. I would like to read what the hell's going on. There's something wrong when the show is past where you read. So, you wait for the compendium, that's fine. We'll be at issue 200 by then, Joel. So, this is going to be a spoiler-free review because the unspoken rule for The Walking Dead is you do not spoil the plot for anybody. You don't spoil important things, because in The Walking Dead, people die all the time, and it's a surprise. When you go to the comic shop once a month, and you get your issue of The Walking Dead, and you're like, holy buckets of bullshit! You want to be surprised. But if I sit there and I tell you, well, so-and-so is going to die in issue 94, it doesn't make, the comic relevant anymore. You know what's going to happen. And sort of the unspoken rule between nerds and geeks all over America is we don't spoil The Walking Dead for anybody. Unless you want to get spoiled. So with that said, if I see anybody spoil what happened in issue 100 in the comment box, I will mark it as spam, remove it, and block you forever, okay? To celebrate the issue 100, a lot of artists from Image did their own covers. I got all the variant covers pre-ordered. Some of them I don't know who done them. So I got all the variant covers. Here's the traditional cover for the issue. That's why that one's not in bag and board. Here's one where it shows Rick beating the shit out of a zombie on top of a car. Here's the Todd McFarlane cover. And I hate this cover. I don't know why. Everybody loves Todd McFarlane. He's on... Todd McFarlane's greatest artist ever. No, Todd McFarlane fucking sucks. Here's Todd McFarlane's cover. It's Rick as a zombie with a gun up to his head, and he's next to Laurie's grave. This cover sucks dick. There's a cover. I don't know who the hell draws this cover, but this is probably one of my favorite covers, with Rick and Michonne. They're on top of a car, or on top of a cliff, and thousands upon thousands of zombies are coming at them. This is one of my favorite ones because it's by my favorite artist, which is Ryan Ottley, the artist from Invincible, and it's Michonne just slicing the hell out of a fucking zombie's face. Here's another one. I don't know who does this one. Someone named Cliff, whatever. It's Rick on the hilltop, and all on the ground is the people who died from in the previous 100 issues. It's you see Tyrese there, Jim, Dale, Amy. I mean, everybody is there, and this is a really moving cover. I love this cover. This is probably my favorite cover. This one, another one. I don't know who drew this one. It's just a weird cover. This old lady doesn't even appear in this issue. I don't know what the relevancy of that is. Here's a pretty cool cover. It's kind of a realistic tone. As you can see, they made Rick look like Jonathan Kent from Smallville. I thought that was pretty funny. He even has Jonathan Kent jacket on. I'm expecting Clark to show up here somewhere. And here's another one, which is the same cover as the one I showed you, but this is platinum. You can't really see it, but it's all it puffed out, you can feel it, and it's all in real shiny metallic platinum. So, I mean, this is a really cool cover. So I have all the variant covers in bags and boards. Never know if any of them is going to be worth something. The comic shop was packed packed. And this comic shop is very, very small. This comic shop is probably like the size of my living room, doubled. So two living rooms is about the size of this comic shop. Really small, and there was like 20 people in there. And they're picking up these Walking Dead books left and right. I mean, I never seen so many people in this place. And, you know, people are picking up left and right. Phones running off the thing. You know, Edward, the guy who works at the comic shop, is handing people their comics. So it was crazy today because of the 100th issue. And, you know, I read it, really loved it. I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody, but I will tell you what the major plot is for it. You know, they're doing this thing called Something to Fear, which basically Rick and his group has communicated with this other group called the Hilltop. They have arranged a way to, you know, swap their goods back and forth to help both groups survive. Well, there is a rebel group called the Negan Group, which is N-E-G-A-N, Negan Group, and basically they're a lot like the Governor's Group. They force all these other groups to give them half of their supplies, otherwise they kill them. So Rick says, you know what, we're going to team up, you know, we're going to stand up against them, we're going to eliminate the Negan Group. You know, as long as the Hilltop and the other groups help them with supplies, they will take care of the threat. So basically Rick kind of just forced his whole damn group to go against this unstoppable force. And, you know, and it was funny because after the Governor, you never thought you could ever get anybody as bad as the Governor. And Negan is, you know, worse than the Governor. He really is. And this is actually Negan right here, and the baseball bat is Lucille. You can't really see his face because they have it blacked out. But, you know, this is a bad son of a bitch. And he tries to be funny because he'll say, like, the F word for everything. He says, you know, I will fuckity doodle, fuckity fuck your ass up. And I literally say that. I mean, I think he says, like, the fuck word, like, 5 times in one bubble. A fucking hand, for fuck's sake. I mean, this dude's like, every other word is fuck, fuck, fuck. And, you know, so basically he confronts Rick's group, and a major character does die. The character has been around for a very, very long time. I don't want to say who that is. You know, you're going to have to read it. If I see anybody post it in the comment box, you are being blocked. It's going to get removed. You know, no one's going to spoil it. Great issue. I've been watching, you know, some people's reviews on YouTube. Nobody's spoiling this. And, you know, when I read it, you know, I had tears in my eyes. My jaw dropped, you know, because the character that died, I loved that character. You know, just like I love Dale. Dale was my character, and then when he died, you know, I'm glad the way Dale died. You know, Dale died the way, you know, I'm glad he died that way. This death is so brutal that even after you get done reading, you can't help but think about it. I mean, I read this 2 hours ago. I'm still thinking about it. Just the way it happened. Just the way it went down. You know, the Governor, I mean, the Governor is bad. The Governor did a lot of bad things. But this guy does it for the pure pleasure of doing it. You know, the Governor, it's hard to compare Negan to the Governor. But if this is only a small slice of what's to come, a lot of shit's going to go down in the next few issues. A lot of shit is really going to go down. If I had to rate issue 100, it gets a perfect score. If you want to rate it out of 4 stars, it gets 4 stars. If you want to rate it from the score 1 through 10, it gets a 10. All I can say is, Kirkman, you are a fucking genius. You know, Kirkman is the man in comics right now. I mean, you know, The Walking Dead is excellent. Invincible, excellent. I started reading Thieves of Thieves, excellent. I mean, really, there's nothing this guy can't do that's good, because he thinks outside the box. It ain't like the same recycled bullshit that we get from Marvel and DC. You read Marvel and DC 5 years later, the same shit's still the same. It took me a while to get that shit out, but it's still the same. But you know, I don't know if part 4 of Something to Fear is it, and they're gonna go with a new story arc. But great issue. You know, I highly recommend you guys pick it up if you can find them anywhere. Go to your local comic shop, pick it up. Joel, you'll probably wait 3 years when the compendium comes out. So by the time you get it, it's going to be totally relevant. It already happened in the TV show. Tell me if that makes no sense. Tell me if that makes any sense, people. He gets Compendium 1, it costs like $60 to $80, okay? It goes up to the end of the Governor thing, right? So I told him, like, why don't you get the trade paperbacks? They're $15. No, they're $20. No, they're $15. You can get them on Amazon for $5 to $6. I'm not doing that. I'm waiting for the next compendium to come out. So he's going to wait till the next compendium to come out. That compendium is only going to go up to like issue 80 or 90, and then there's another 20 issues he needs to read. So he's going to wait for the other compendium. So by the time he gets the third compendium, we're still going to be 20 issues ahead of him, and it will be like season 6 of the show. Does that make any sense? I mean, you're not saving no money. You can go on Amazon and get them for $5 to $6. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, you know, but I like to be caught up to the current events, what's going on. But that's my review of issue 100 of The Walking Dead. Storms Inc. gives it 2 thumbs up. Highly recommend it. And everybody check it out. If you haven't read Walking Dead, go pick up volume 1. It's $9.99. You can get it for like $4 on Amazon. Until next time, guys, I'm Storms Inc. and that's my opinion.